Hello, parents and students. It's Friday. Yay! April 17th. And there went my paper again. And today is the day you can pick up your packet, or tomorrow. Again, the hours today are 8 to 4 and tomorrow 8 to noon. So if you get your packet, parents, you be in charge of it, all right, because we want it to stay organized and we don't want anything to get lost. So there will also be in the packet a little pot. We were hoping to do a project, and since we're not in school, I'm letting you do it at home. And so you've got a little pot. You can decorate the pot. Maybe you go on YouTube or something and find out how to make little eyes and mouth and see how my eyes are looking a certain direction. And just fun if you want to. And I put little, what are called seed balls inside the pot. And we made those when we went to Glazier's Children's Museum, and I was supposed to let them dry out because they have clay, and then the little seeds are inside of there. And they were supposed to plant them. So they're dried out plenty by now, and I'm going to look up some directions, or you might be able to do that if you get to it before I do, of how to plant the seed balls, because they kind of just told us there, but didn't give us anything to remember the directions by. And so now would be a good time. Of course, I didn't send any soil, so you're on your own when it comes to that. All right, let me pick up my paper here. Okay, so don't bring any work to the packet pickup drive-through. Don't bring their work. Just save everything, and we'll get it all later. It's just easier that way. I know. I told you to bring your work, and then I told you not to. So sorry. All right. And if I haven't done your oral testing yet, then I'll be calling you today for that. And today is the day for your arithmetic test and your spelling test. On the spelling test, if your child is having problems typing the correct letters in, and you want to have them tell you how to spell it, and you type it in for them on the official test, that's all right, as long as you, as a parent, type exactly what they told you. So you have to type it wrong if they told you the wrong answer. And on reading, today's lesson is a little bit long. I meant to shorten it and I didn't, but I tell you what I'm going to do is, and there's also a lot, a lot of big words in this. So if you will trade back and forth, take turns, parent read a paragraph, child read a paragraph, parent read a paragraph, child read a paragraph today, and see how that works. That might even help you into next week on other assignments, because in class we do it taking turns, and the children aren't used to reading. I mean, for their homework, they read 3 to 5 pages out loud on their homework. So they should be able to get that far. But in school, they're not reading pages, and it's I think about 8 pages, 8 or 9 pages today. So that's not more than they would usually read, but because it's just one person reading, it may cause them to feel a little tired out by the time they get to page 7. So you could take turns, and that might help them. And I think they'll probably enjoy that too. And they get to hear you read, right? Isn't that fun? All right. Let's see. Oh, and in that reading today, in Growing Up Where Jesus Lived, there is the word pomegranate. So that's a kind of fruit, and you maybe have even seen in the grocery store pomegranate juice. So they talk about a pomegranate tree a little bit. And see if you can, in your reading, solve this mystery. I give you a mystery. This boy, Joshua, he's just a fictional character that the story's going to be about today. He's going to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover. Now, here, all around, right near us, and all over the world, there are people that have been celebrating Passover just a week ago when we were celebrating Easter, and Mrs. Bacchish and her family were celebrating Passover. So this is about how Jesus would have celebrated Passover. Of course, Jesus isn't in this story, but it's about a boy that lived at that time. And when he went to Jerusalem, of course, there were big, thick walls around the city. And if they were to get to the city too late, then the gates would be shut after sunset. But his father said there was still a way that they could get into the city. What do you think that might be? So see if you can solve that mystery when you read today in your Growing Up Where Jesus Lived. On your arithmetic, you've got a test. So that, don't rush through it, but that won't take you as long. At least follow the Abeka teacher through the beginning parts. And then if you stay with her, it might help you pace yourself so that you work more accurately. But if you want to go ahead and do it on your own, your parents can help you with any big words in the story problem. That's all right, but you have to at least hear what she says at the beginning in parts 1 and 2. And for your worksheet in arithmetic, you're going to do both sides then independently. And where the tenths are, you're supposed to draw tally marks for the tenths. So do you remember what tally marks are? Let me stop and show you just in case you forgot. Now, this is so easy, but I just wasn't sure because it's been a while since we've done it. All right, so tally marks. If there was 1 tenth, you would just write 1 line. If there were 2 tenths, you would write 2 lines. But remember, when you get to 5 tenths, you draw 4 straight lines, and then the 5th one goes across like that to make what's called a tally. So those are tally marks, and this is not the answer, but it's kind of close. On the back side of that, I know your parents could help you understand it. I don't think your video teacher is going to explain this work. So this is kind of fun. Since it's test day, they gave you something fun. But the pictures represent numbers. So if the log represents, what is that, 3? And the fish represents 4. Let me see if I'm right. No, the log is 2. Okay, so the log is 2 and the fish is 4. So 2 plus 4 would equal what? 6, right. So the fire equals 6. That's the symbol for 6. So instead of writing a 6, they put the fire down there. So 2 plus 4 equals 6. So would you be able to tell the tree, you look up here and see what it equals, and the house, what it equals, and then you add them together, and then you find the picture for that number, and you draw that picture down there instead of writing the number. All right, so that's working your brain there too in a fun way. And you can color the camping picture if you want to, all right? And also today, history is if you want to. It's our last day and it's got this worksheet, but I'm not even sure I gave that to you. So if you don't see that paper, just don't even worry about it. You do not need to do a speed drill in arithmetic today. Test days, we get a day off from the speed drill. Let me talk about writing and then we'll be finished. Okay, again, in writing, you've got a lighter day. She's going to explain in your Rebecca video how to write a poem. And then you're not writing a poem today, but you're preparing for Monday. So pay attention to what she says about rhyming words and where they go in the poem. And then you're going to copy this one as an example. So for today, you're just going to copy it neatly. This is your really neat page. And that's all you need to do for today in writing. However, you need to save this page for Monday because she's going to refer to it in helping you to write a poem on notebook paper on Monday. And then you'll probably have a page that needs to be done neatly also on Monday. All right. So, and it's not, the poem you're going to write is not going to be long, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. It's nothing big. So some of you have already been writing poems. So I think you'll find that to be a little challenging, but also to be fun because we like rhyming words. So I think that's everything. So have a great Friday and a great weekend. If you have any questions about your packet, feel free to let me know. I'll see you later.